everybody! Today, let's make delicious party food with beef short ribs. Here you go. The dish name is cheese 떡갈비. 떡갈비, 갈비 means beef ribs. And 떡 is, you know that, rice cake. So why it's called 떡갈비, even though we don't add 떡, rice cake here? Because the way of making this dish is just like when I make rice cake, mince and pound and make a shape, it looks like the way of making rice cake. That's why it's called 떡갈비. I posted this recipe, traditional 떡갈비 recipe, a few years ago. But today is a little modernized, like a simpler way, and adding cheese. Everybody loves cheese these days. So gooey cheese and sizzling 떡갈비, it will be really delicious side dish. First, I will just put this guy in the refrigerator back, and then let's make marinade. This is my food processor. I will just grind everything, make a puree. Let's start with the Korean pear. This pear, good looking pear, right? I will add half. And we gotta just peel it. So core this way. Pear very juicy. Onion and ginger and garlic. Onion, ginger, garlic. So medium size, half of onion. Make it chunks. And garlic, 8 cloves garlic. Ginger around 2 teaspoon amount. I just peeled the ginger. Let's puree. I will use this food processor again when I mince my meat. Usually, like the traditional way is they just mince with just a real knife, really big knife. I did it in my traditional way, the 떡갈비 recipe. But today is just let's make my life a little easier. And then I will use this food processor. But still, without food processor, you can make it at home. I will just add 1 tablespoon sugar and 1/4 cup soy sauce. This is a dark soy sauce, a little sweet. 1/4 cup. Rice syrup. So 1/4 cup. And 1 teaspoon ground black pepper. Ooh, last touch, sesame oil. 2 tablespoons. And just mix. Dark golden brown color, yummy, yummy, liquid. We made this. So just stir this until all this is well incorporated. Beef short ribs I bought. And this is, I need 2 pounds of meat. So this is 2.5 pounds, including bones. So when I remove the bones, it will be around 2 pounds. So if you use like just only ground beef, use 2 pounds. Let's wash with cold water nicely. Drain the water. I'm boiling water. I have a reason why I'm boiling. You will see later. And cut just the meat. Wow, a lot amount. We have bones like this. Let's see. It's just start boiling, but it's okay. And boil. Put the meat into my food processor. We are not going to grind really finely because just pretend we use just a knife, the mincing, like a traditional way. I use a pulse function, and then until kind of coarsely ground. That's it. Just mix. Look at this. How juicy it is. Amazing. Okay. Next, let's take care of my bones. Bones are boiling here. So let's wash. Okay, bones. I'm going to use my grill pan, and this is around 12 inch. You guys can use also pan, just any skillet, also skillet or a pan or anything that you can cook. But it has to be oven safe because I'm going to use my oven to melt my cheese later. Cheese and green onion. Okay. This is sesame oil, around 1 tablespoon. Mix again. Spread this. Okay. And evenly. Nice, eh? Nice, like huge size looking. So this is just the cooking and also glazing, and this a lot of water is inside, so it's not going to be burned easily. Next, I like to cut this my mozzarella cheese. And around 5 minutes later, just with your spoon, just mix it up a little bit so that cook evenly. Like this. Just cut into small pieces. So I will just preheat my broiler. Very juicy. So I just cooked 10 minutes. All this well, a little inside the pinkish, but just you can eat it right now. These bones, let's use bones. Insert bones. So 1 pound mozzarella cheese. I'll put this in the oven, broiler. So I preheat it. After melting my cheese, and then I'm going to just Korean traditional way of some decorations, garnish with sesame seeds and chopped green onion. And also this is shredded dried red pepper. It's called silgochu. Dried red pepper sliced thinly. Now I'm waiting for my 떡갈비 cheese is well melted. Yay! Bubbly, bubbly cheese. Turn off. Green onion. 실고추. Sesame seeds. And you can scoop up with a spoon and just eat with rice. Rice and kimchi. My delicious, sweet and juicy and succulent. Yummy. Make cheese 떡갈비 party with your friends and family. Today we made cheese 떡갈비. Enjoy my recipe. See you next time. Bye.